Are you the owner of Chemical Containers?
No.
No, you're a sales rep.
Sales rep. My dad, technically stepdad, is owner.
Do you know what the plans are going out?
He's going to work there till the day he dies.
And what happens?
At that point,
The company gets purchased?
I doubt it. I
doubt it.
think that there'll be a board put in place.
Okay, like that?
Yeah, there'll be a board put in place. The board will have to have the same mindset as John did.
Okay.
It's a very big faith-driven company.
Oh, I love
huge.
that.
It's family. It's it's his ideas of business and how he runs it is there's not very many people that do it the way he does it.
It works by faith, not by sight.
Yeah, he works by faith, and he gives it all to God. And yeah, he always says, we have roughly around, I think, 130 plus or minus employees.
You guys have that many employees?
Yeah, and he says, you add that up, you put a family of 4 for each one.
No wonder he's a faith-driven dude.
We're feeding 400 or 500 people a night,
and creating opopportunities for a whole industry.
Yeah,
dude, you guys touch, I don't even think you know how big it is.
I don't.
Strive for improvement. Time for the blueprint. Mindset, elevate, thrive, and demonstrate, planting a movement. Sow the seeds, educate the flourish, building up the team. Our network with purpose, industry is green. Only scratch the surface, know this call is deep. Nobody gon' outwork us. Yeah, we chasing greatness, trying to give the code. Moving up with patience, foundation stone. Doing what it takes, we're here to break the mold. This for anyone who wanna level up. Let's grow.
Guys, welcome to another episode of the Plant Movement Podcast. Hold on tight, guys, because we are here with Mr. Sid from none other than Chemical Containers. If you are in the green industry and you touch anything with a container that sprays some type of applicator, some type of chemical, you are going to want to listen to this episode because we're interviewing the largest chemical container company in the state of Florida that has over 130 employees. And Mr. Sid's been working there for 20 years, from working on putting the little nuts in the rows where they go, and the fittings and everything, all of inside the warehouse, to building them, to selling them, to going and teaching you how to do it, Mr. Sid.
Thank you for having me, man.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
it.
National sales rep?
East Coast sales rep, Florida.
East Coast sales rep of Florida only?
Yeah, pretty much. Depends on the industry. Turf, like golf courses and things like that. I'll travel where I need to go, but my main territory is East Coast.
If you're in Florida, you've been to any other FNGLA shows, you've been to TPIE, you might have seen Sid at the Chemical Container booth. As you've heard, they touch so many things. They've been around for almost 40 years?
Yeah.
He was talking about the founder and how he got into this, and I would love to interview him one day so we can pick his brain on just what he's doing, because now they run a faith-based company and he's studying to become a deacon, which is just insane how paths change.
He's going to be a priest. He's a deacon. Been a deacon for, golly, 10, 12 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's, average around 50 hours a work week, and then another 20 or so at the church. Yeah. And
you got to be called to do that.
He's on multiple boards, and he's a machine.
Yeah, he's a machine. He's a special person.
He's one of a kind.
He's following his passion.
So it is possible for everyone out there that's thinking, how can I make this happen? You can make it happen. Man, they just touch so many things. Chemical Containers, for me, guys, has always been the go-to company for everything sprayers ever since I was a kid. It was always chemical containers. For us in our industry, in the plant world, they do the blowers, they sell blowers, but then they also create anything you want. If you're a landscaper, you're into lawn service on any like pesticide treatments, they build your truck for you. You can take them a Barra Zuzu and they'll build it for you. Like, they do everything. And now he's talking about they might even start building fire trucks just for the tree industry.
Yeah.
You're crazy. So, Sid, man, talk to us, man. How did you get involved into this industry?
My mom married the owner.
Okay. No, your mom married the owner.
Yeah, I was 10 years old. So I had about 3 summers of enjoying the lake and the little lake house we had. And then I remember being 15 years old, and John looked at me and said, "You better enjoy this, because this is it." So every summer I went to work, every spring break, all through high school. He gave me my one spring break senior trip. I didn't have to work that year.
Okay.
But went to school for a couple of years, and then came back and started out in an assembly shop. Worked in assembly and worked in fab shop, transferred into electrical. I drove the forklift, did a funny story. I've had some crazy things on the forklift. I broke a hand on a tank, kind of mad at a tank one day.
Oh, man. You got mad at a tank.
Young and dumb, and a 3/4 inch poly tank doesn't give. Came in a paint booth one time and broke the fire nozzle at the top. Wow.
That's nice.
Yeah, I've had some Have some
You
cuts
learn.
and bruises
Yeah.
growing up there, but yeah, we just got into the shipping and receiving, and then got into the parts department. Then there was a sales opportunity opened up in Vero Beach on the East Coast, and I took it, and that was about 12 years ago.
Wow. And it's been, that's it ever since.
Ever since then, yeah, I'm I am the longest East Coast sales rep we've ever had.
That's good.
So yeah, I've been there over 20 years. So I started when
20 years,
when I was 15. I've really never worked anywhere else.
Okay. That's
So
good. You know
yeah.
the ins and outs.
Know the ins and outs. I think the hardest thing a lot of times is working within your own company, figuring out how to maneuver through your company and make sure everyone gets the job done the way it needs to be done, and make sure it's done right. I think that's what separates us. Is it's why do you buy from Chemical Containers? Why do you buy that Yeti cooler?
Yeah.
That Yeti cooler costs so much, but it's quality.
Yeah.
It's
it works.
going to last.
Yeah.
It's going to keep everything cold. It's not going to go bad. And if it does, they got a good warranty.
Yeah.
They'll take care of you. So I think that's the same kind of concept we've taken in. Is just like, you ask yourself, why do you buy from us? Well, you buy equipment that's going to last. And people figure that out the hard way a lot. There's a lot of guys that won't spend the money, and then in 2 or 3 years they have to.
Yeah. You guys
So-
you guys do financing?
We work through Farm Credit Express.
Okay.
So we handle the back end side of the finance stuff, and then once it gets approved, Farm Credit takes it over.
Okay.
It actually does help a lot because the Farm Credit Express has cheaper rates than if you went straight to Farm Credit.
Oh, wow.
But Farm Credit still takes the loan once we are approved and done. You've got the equipment, they take over.
Okay. Yeah.
So
All of that is very good. The financing is good because it
Yeah.
allows people to get good debt.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, and interest rates, fluctuate, but like I said, they're cheaper through the Express. So
They're cheaper to the Express. And then you guys are building, so you guys have a full online platform as well
full online platform that's growing every day.
every day. And so you guys sell from the little pipe fitting to the regular gun that people are using to spray their stuff with, or a drench, or
Yeah.
and anything like that. But you're also putting Honda engines on a cart with
Yeah.
with a beam pump, or what are some of the setups? It's the Hypro, right? Honda with the Hypro.
We handle Hypro, T-Jet, Banjo, Udor. You've got an idea and you want something built. If we can do it, we'll do it.
You guys do it, and then but you guys also have the universal style stuff that you guys already have made in house. So you have the single roller,
so
2
it'd
rolls.
be like the rears, the orange machines, the blowers. Those are made in Oregon.
Okay.
We're dealer for them.
Okay.
So we'll buy, 5, 6, 8 at a time, truck them down, assemble them, put them together, test them, run them. We'll add equipment to them, technology to them. I do a lot of technology. I'll add to them to where it'll be a rate controller, so operator can't over apply or under apply.
Of a product.
Yeah. So you.
How does that work?
So it's got a GPS.
And what system is this?
So there's multiple rate controller systems out there. MicroTrack is one. T-Jet makes them.
And this would go on your what? On your sprayer?
It would
or-
go on your sprayer. So
Okay.
you'd have an electric 3-way valve that was installed. You would have a GPS sensor, and you'd have a little control box. And you would set in the parameters. I want to put out 100 gallons per acre, and these are the nozzles I got, and this is my PSI, and it's going to do that. If you slow down, speed up, it's going to automatically adjust it. Anytime you get technology involved, people get scared a little bit, but you gotta just accept. It's like your iPhone. They only last a few years and the battery quits working, or it breaks, or it cracks, or the speaker doesn't work. Same thing on the sprayer. It requires some maintenance. But if you look at the chemical savings, anywhere from 10 to 20% a year in chemical savings.
Yeah.
So you can put that on a blower, you can put that on a boom sprayer. No one's ever put one on a hand sprayer. And that's
Yeah.
probably
It's hard to do.
hard to do, but on the blower, I've done a few on the blowers.
But that's someone that wants to be real technical and really
Yeah, if you wanna
really know what they're spending.
Dial it in
Yeah.
and make sure you're trying to save as much as you can. And they're not that expensive. $6,000, you can add one on a sprayer.
Okay. And you guys are still doing the like injection pumps as
A lot
well,
of
the whole system?
a lot of injections. Yeah, we've really put a big dent in the golf industry, turf industry. You got a par 5. Par 4 and par 3, the irrigation zones are a wide range. So the systems will inject based off water flow. The paddle wheel installed in the main line, it's reading flow, and it automatically adjusts my motor's RPMs.
In the injection pump.
In the injection.
Wow.
And we're getting to where that's touch screen, that's telling you how much product you've put out. That's hitting
Very
button.
high tech.
It's getting to where you can touch a button and agitate the tank if you want. You can set a timer on it, say I only want it to come on from midnight to 2 a.m. So it's definitely something that's really gotten hot here in the last 10 years.
Do you see more tech in that space?
A lot more tech. Way more tech in the golf industry.
What do you see here that's lacking here in our industry, in the plant industry? What's something you wish that you had that you can sell to somebody that can solve
So
people's problems?
There's been ideas. Steve Yates is a guy that worked at Costa, works at Nature's Way now, and him and I have thrown some ideas out there. Back in the day, there was a guy that had almost like a trusset style, almost like you see the farmers use. You've got the linear pivot.
Okay, you're talking about the big long ones?
Yep.
That
So
are 400 feet long?
think about a smaller one
in
a nursery where it's hooked to a cable and it's pulling across
with a little motor.
With a motor, and then the tires could spin. You could slide it, push it back, and hit the next row. That's something that I've always been curious about, trying to come up with.
What are you missing to do that?
R&D.
Yeah.
Just a lot of R&D with that, and a customer that says, "Hey, I'm willing to go in with you." And
if you guys want to invest into the future of the green industry, there's a massive opportunity here. Think about it. There's a lot being involved. You get to speak to a lot of people, and you get to meet a lot of people. When you open up and you tell them like what you're working on or what you're passionate about or what you're doing, people open up and they tell you things that they wouldn't normally tell the normal person. So that's why I say that, because someone might be listening and reach out and say, "Hey, man, what do we got to do?"
Yeah, you got one of the little aluminum pull carts. That was invented down here.
Yeah,
I'm not sure exactly who, but we guy will send it to me and we'll build it for them in different sizes, lengths. But once you get too big, it's hard for a guy to pull it.
You guys build those too?
Yeah,
the nursery carts.
Yeah, the little nursery carts.
So you sell the one that's a 3-gallon 98 with 2 on top, making it 100. The regular standard nursery carts?
So I don't do nursery carts, but we do the little pool sprayers, like the
sprayers.
aluminum ones with the drops for the hibiscus.
Okay.
We build
those in-house.
We build those in house, but I want to take something like that and make it bigger, almost automated. And they do that in greenhouses. There's customers down here in their greenhouses that have an automated machine that's coming over and spraying.
I see it as collabing. Like we did an interview real quick at a landscape show in Orlando, I think it was, with a product named Burrow, right? It was Burrow, the little electric cart. So they have an autonomous cart that they use it a lot in the vegetation industry, where like it's big farms, let's say citrus, where they got they'll fill up a bunch of carts, and this thing comes and they'll hook it on, and it acts like if it was an ATV or a UTV, and it takes it back to, let's say, where they wash all the fruit, and it does it autonomously.
Oh yeah.
So linking with someone like that has that already autonomy, they already have all that done.
Yeah.
So that's what I've noticed that can really move the needle quick.
Partner up.
in creating something like that.
Yeah.
Because that's revolutionary. And God knows what that would cost, but I know that would be very interesting.
Yeah.
No one would have to operate it. Like, it would be one person. The grower can operate it.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's somewhat on the lines of drone spraying, I guess. That's got really hot, and then I think it's kind of...
You think so?
I think it did in certain industries, but I think it's backed off a lot now.
Yeah.
But if you had a way to do a track and rail system that could just...
On the ground.
That could just, it's on a track, and it's pulling across, and it's moving down and going. And
you can even arc the wheels where they can turn. The wheels can turn themselves and drive straight that way, and then go down the next row.
And the next row. And it's something that
I see that
a grower would have to set their field up.
It would have to set their field. And they would need multiple, though.
And that's the hard part is everyone's field's so different.
Yeah.
And everyone's set up so different. Yeah. And so... it's almost like, all right, I got this field. We're going to plant this field just for this machine.
Okay.
Try it out, see if it works.
Well, like right now, we do all of our fields based off the linear feet of the blowers.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that we can crisscross.
Yeah.
So that's how we do it all. So it would be the same thing for that. Like you think about it, Sid, that's a pioneer style move that you might not reap the benefits of it today, but you might spark interest that down the road it can be something that can really create massive opportunity.
Yeah.
That you were the person that pioneered that.
Yeah.
So if you feel like the opportunity arises to jump on it, I wouldn't sleep on it.
No, I definitely, if somebody came to me and said, I like your idea. Let's try to think about this a little more.
Let's have some fun.
Let's put it down and see.
See, the drone spraying was something that caught our eye big time just because it was new. And I always knew that in our industry, it'll be tougher to do I see it better in like the farmed area.
Yeah.
Where there's no one there.
There's no cables or poles.
There's no cables, no poles, and then also you're limited to only the top of the plant with a sorry, what is it called, with the drone.
Yeah.
You're limited to only the top. You don't get anything underneath, no coverage. So it's very limiting, but I do see an opportunity in that space for like somebody that knows how to do that wants to invest 10, 20 grand into creating this. They can go and ask people, hey, would you like me to spray your nursery?
Yeah.
And there are things that you can spray. You can spray foliar feed. You can spray fungicide. You can spray things that is only on the top.
Yeah.
And you can get away with a lot of that. And it could be someone that does it, but I have yet to have someone come over here. So if you guys are working on that, or if you know somebody that is, have them reach out, guys, because this is how you create opportunities and grow. So you see that in this industry, nothing at all. No one talks about that.
No, I don't think much at all.
No one talks about it. Well, the future is definitely bright, and we know that as time goes on, new things will happen, like just what you said. Thank you for sharing that with us. So chemical containers, right now we just ordered another container from you guys, another sprayer. It's a small cart with a tank, and it's going to have, I believe, 2 reels on the back, and it's going to have the Honda High Pro. And that works very, very well with any handheld application, guys, or even drenching. It works really, really well. And then we also got from you guys the pole blaster.
Yeah.
Tell us about that, because the blower game, there's a bunch of new people that have popped up.
Yeah.
And the pole blaster being one of them recently over the past like 10 years, I've seen them out here. The big name is Jacto. Yep. That's the name, this name brand that everyone knows as a blower. You say, oh, go fix the Jacto.
Yeah, yeah.
Talk to us about that.
I give you an example. Customer today's 2 of our blowers and a competition
pole
blower.
blaster.
Pole blast. So he got 2 pole blast rears, and then he's got another sprayer. I won't mention the name because he goes, I can't use it. It's always broken. There's something wrong with it, always. I think rears really simplified the blower market. And you've got a drive line, PTO driven, you've got 3 gearboxes, you got a few electric valves, and that's it. It's simple. It's solid steel frame, stainless tank. If it does break, which everything does, especially in Florida and the environment,
or a nozzle gets clogged, or you need to replace it.
The biggest thing is you call me and you've got a part showing up to your door the next day.
Yeah, that's priceless.
I think that's really set us apart. Is the equipment sells itself.
Yeah.
It literally sells itself.
When I saw it in person at the show, it stood out to me just because it is very commercial, very high grade.
It's commercially
very high grade. There's nothing plastic on it. There's nothing cheap about it. You ain't gonna punch that tank and leave without a bloody knuckle.
You gotta have a bloody knuckle.
Pedro came running to us like a little kid at a candy store.
Pedro from the nursery growers, the grower, he's like, guys, you have to go over there to that booth because they got the pole blaster. They got the one that I told you about.
Yeah.
So the hype is real, and all the big boys out here use that pole blaster. It does cost more.
I think I have probably at least 50 of them.
50 of them out here.
50 of them now
in Dade County.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it speaks for itself, and what I like about it is how simple it is and how just industrial it looks, man.
Yeah.
It looks tough. Clean the nozzles and maybe that.
Yeah.
Maybe not even.
Check your filters, clean your nozzles. The great thing about that machine is you don't have to turn your PTO off.
Okay.
Once you turn your PTO on, you're good. You're great until you run out of chemical. When you turn every row, you leave it on. It's got a high velocity hitch that allows that hitch to spin and pivot and leave the PTO on.
Mm-hmm. Which is priceless.
So that where a Jocko, you're turning it off at the end of every row.
Yeah.
That just wears joints down, universal joints, bearings,
everything.
You don't want to do that. Like I literally have to tell guys, like, do not turn the PTO off.
Yeah, because they're used to a different
style.
style.
They're so used to it. And we actually created a video in Spanish that talked all about that, and so it's making a difference now because I get a lot of calls like, hey.
That's good because you can send that in an email blast too. You can send it to the person, send them the link.
Yeah, I sent it to, I think I sent it to you.
Not that one.
No, I sent you the English one. I got the Spanish one now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So send it to the guys. So it tells you everything about the machine, how to operate it, how to maintain it.
Well, you what I liked about Sid, guys, is they delivered the tank. First of all, you delivered the tank without me even signing any papers.
Yeah.
I'm like, the tank's there already? That's how good Sid is. He's very quick. And then you came down. You made time to actually come down, and he walked everyone through it. And aside from walking everybody through, we got to do a video. Eddie got to put it out too. And it's on our YouTube page, right, Danny? You guys got to check out Chemical Containers on YouTube too. They do a lot of content.
Yeah, a lot of videos on
A lot of videos. It's all good, man, because you want to know what you're getting, what other people think about it, you know, before you make this purchase. And then if you do make the purchase, it's like, how do I operate it, you know? Because, you know, that's the biggest thing. You don't want to mess it up. But they have taken things like you find, like we've been talking about, finding lack and fulfilling with abundance, right? Fixing something. Look at what they're doing. Not them, but the company that they purchase them from, they're really going through and seeing what works, like shutting off a PTO. How can we do this? How can we integrate it? You know, so the machine is going to be a little bit more money than anything traditional that you're used to. But I feel, and I don't know this, but I feel that over time it will be worth it 1,000%, just because it won't break. It'll last forever. And when you see the bigger guys using this stuff, because like we're a smaller nursery, so we look at, I remember when I was little, I used to be like, all right, if Costa turns on their pump when it freezes, I'm going to turn on the pump right next to my nursery.
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't really know everything I needed to know. Now they turn on and I don't turn on because I don't have to.
Yeah.
But you see what they do, and they do it for a reason. There's a reason why people go above and beyond and they spend this money on higher priced items, because it works and they don't want to deal with any repercussions of buying anything cheap. They don't want to deal with it. And especially when you have Sid to like hold accountable as your sales guy, that you can reach out and be like, Sid, I heard you on the podcast, man. You said next day, bro.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's not always perfect, but it's damn sure better than a lot of companies out there. We make sure the service is just as good as the sale, because you know those sprayers, you know, the chemicals eat them up.
Yeah.
You know.
No, they do, man.
And that's the other thing, is we actually rebuild those sprayers.
Okay.
We'll take it, strip it, sandblast it, go through it all, change all the bearings, all the electric valves, go through the pump, and bring it back to you. And it's, you know, it's reasonable price. For you to go buy a new one, it's going to cost you 20 more grand than you just, you know, come and let me redo it for around 25.
Yeah, and
it's completely redone. And, you know, brand new one right now I think is 48. So
48, you charge me 52, Sid.
Yeah, right. He's full of it.
I'm messing around. So for the guys that listen to us that are in the landscape game and they're looking to set up a truck, like even us with the nursery growers, we were thinking about setting up a smaller truck to be able to go into people's nurseries to apply product for them, because not everyone has the money to be able to buy all this equipment, and plus a tractor to pull it and PTO and all that.
Yeah.
Talk to the landscape guy. There's guys that they might be on Facebook looking for a truck. They're going to drop 30 grand on a truck. Maybe it's beat up. What would you say to that guy, you as a salesperson, with the experience that you've seen in that side of the industry when it comes to like a truck?
Yeah, Florida landscape guys, the lawn, residential, commercial lawn spraying, stuff like that's tough. It's a tough market. Florida's notoriously cheap on that equipment, and we actually are hearing that, and we're trying to now build something that is more of a Florida-style truck that they can afford. We've started our truck sales, 95% of them go to the Northeast.
Oh, wow.
New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, you know, and these are completely enclosed cabs with the chassis and with aluminum frame, roll-up doors.
This is what, like a 3,500, 4,500 truck?
Yeah, like an Isuzu two-door NPR.
Okay.
We will custom wrap it, paint it. It's just a rolling billboard.
Wow.
And so those guys get that.
You guys do that all in-house?
All in-house.
It's like Pimp My Ride, but
Pimp
with
My
chemical?
Truck.
Oh, my gosh.
So it's like, I think we're doing over... right at 100 trucks a year now.
Wow, Sid, that's crazy.
So a bunch of trucks. You take like Save-A-Tree, Bartlett, you take the big national guys, they'll order 20, 30 trucks at a time.
Yeah, because they need them.
They need them all across the country.
Wow, and they're growing too. Those companies are buying up the smaller guys.
They're buying up, and you know, it's. I think the one thing's tough in Florida is it's so hot, and I think that every Florida landscaper I've spoke to says, you know, I can't keep employees. If I had that truck that has multiple tanks and can do multiple applications, that means my guy's going to be on this lawn for an hour. And before he shows up, he sprays 10 minutes, he jumps back in the AC, and he runs to the next house. So he's getting a little 10-minute AC break here and there. So the mindset of trying to teach them, well, what you need is a truck that does multiple things, but you just put two guys in it. Or you find an employee that's not scared of the heat, you know, that's willing to work and you know.
Which most guys applying for those positions should know what they're up against.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
It shouldn't come as a shocker.
No, you're wearing a spray suit, and you're out spraying, and But
cardio, baby. Look at it as cardio.
If you can get one truck that does 4 applications, where these guys buy a truck per application.
Oh, that's how they're doing it now.
That's how they do
it.
it.
Yeah, because
So-
now you got to wash the tank out.
So we have multiple tank trucks that can do multiple things, or custom build it however you want.
I remember the one that you showed us in the interview. Our battery was dying, and Eddie's like, "Hurry up, you got like 10 seconds."
Yeah.
That truck had, I believe, 3 tanks.
That's 3 tanks.
And it had one nozzle that you can dispense it like a bartender.
Yeah, so it had a Lesco, I think it's a Lesco gun, and it had a hose and a hose.
Yes.
So you could be spraying a fertilizer or a fungicide spray, and then you come across a weed and you hit the other trigger and it's going to spray that weed.
Ooh, guys, look at that, man.
So
that is so cool.
But I would say most lawn trucks have those, every one of them.
Wow.
You know, the Lesco gun is just one of those
Okay,
deals.
that's just common.
Common gun. You know, we didn't come up with that idea.
Okay.
We just
No,
installed.
but I'm saying the fact that you have it, like for me, I'm not in that industry.
Yeah, it's
so I don't know
interesting.
100%, but it's interesting that exists.
Yeah.
You know, because for us here, like any tank that has any herbicide, that tank, the second herbicide goes in the tank, that is the only thing that can go in that tank.
that tank, yeah.
I cannot put anything else in that tank. I can do a herbicide, let's say like a pendulum,
Mm-hmm.
which goes on top of the soil after the girls go and weed it.
Yeah.
But I cannot mix Roundup or Ranger.
No.
I can't mix any of that stuff in a tank or use it for something else because it's dangerous. You can kill your whole crop.
Kill the crop. Yeah, so you would have to just isolate that.
Yeah, have
system.
2 different tanks,
You'd
two
have
different
two different
pumps.
tanks, 2 different pumps, and it's isolated and on the same truck or on the same trailer.
Yeah,
You know,
you could do that too.
Build a trailer, and I could build it however you wanted it.
That's 2, man. That's true.
Yeah.
We could do two
Yeah, so
250-gallon
like
tanks.
there's the big long boom sprayers we sell. So they're 750 gallons. And
That's
they're
very popular out here
45 foot single side.
too. Okay,
That's kind of defeating the laws of gravity. Putting that much weight on one side
On one
is
side.
really not.
supposed to be like
we
that.
do it, and we're successful, and guys are happy,
You
and they're
counterweight
using
it?
them. We're counterweighting it.
Okay.
You shouldn't drive over 3 miles an hour with them. I can't say that I've seen some guys riding around
Doing
here
15 miles an hour.
going from farm to farm, and I go, oh, that's not good.
Okay. Why is that? Why?
It's
Just because of the weight?
The weight is just bouncing.
Even
in.
when you fold it up, it's
you
still.
fold it up, and the weight. I think it's more the potholes. The roads down
wow.
here. You hit the pothole, and you're
It's game
banging.
over.
It's
So
just,
what he's talking about, guys, is I don't know if you've seen them at the nurseries before. It's basically like a big old spray arm that hangs off of a tractor.
hangs
right?
off the trailer.
Hangs
you
off the
Pull
trailer.
it with a tractor, and it hangs off the
and it
trailer.
sprays. So you're
45
saving a
foot.
lot of time. Saving a
Yeah,
lot of
you have
time.
to do 5 acres in under an hour.
Under an hour.
Under an hour, do 5 acres.
That's crazy.
And I think we've probably got.
With how many gallons
We probably have 20 of them down here now.
down here?
Yep.
And gallons?
500, 750,
To do
1,000, whatever you want.
No, I know, but I'm saying, well, 5
Oh,
acres
how
should
many
be
gallons? Was probably around 500 gallons.
Yeah. So think about what you're mixing today. I don't know what that costs. What does that machine cost?
80.
80 grand. And
Yeah.
what's the difference between that and a pole blast? Pole blast.
So most of my guys that are
It's a different setup.
the bigger farmers have both.
Okay.
So the arm you can spray with 10-mile-an-hour wind,
Oh.
whereas a blower
You can't.
You don't want to spray in 10-mile-an-hour
You
wind.
lose it all. Nothing happens.
So down here it's always windy. So you get early in the morning with your blower, and then once the wind picks up, you start using the boom. I think the boom just gets so much done so quick before the wind hits, and then you're able to come back and spot treat with hand spray or a blower if you have
Okay.
any hot zones.
Okay.
But I think you're able to just keep the bugs at bay. Like you're able to just knock them back because you're covering so much.
And also that too, how does that, so it comes out the arm and it has, what, like eight limbs going down?
So it's got 44 nozzles.
44
Or
nozzles.
45 nozzles across that whole boom. Every 12 inches is a nozzle.
But nothing goes down.
And it sprays straight down.
It sprays straight
And it's
down.
a solid cone spray pattern.
Okay.
I just saw a customer that did a hose drop. So he dropped his down and put a Y with 2 nozzles to
Because
try to
I've seen
spray.
that. I've seen that.
Which guys do that. We've done it.
So you're basically adding, let's say, like 3 feet
You're
of
dropping
hose.
it down. Yeah.
That way you're going up and down
Yeah.
all over the plant.
Yeah, so the boom arm will lift up and clear like 6 foot 10 inches.
Okay.
So with the higher irrigation risers, it'll get over them.
Okay.
Obviously, a lot of these guys are actually lowering their risers now to try to get this boom down closer, but it definitely gets the job done quick and fast. And then you're saving product, you're saving chemical, because you send a guy out there with a hand sprayer, he's spraying, he's using a bunch of product.
Well, yeah, hand sprayer is all pressure.
Using a bunch of product.
This is all misted, right?
This is not misted. You're going to run 300 psi out of it.
Oh wow! But the nozzles are real fine.
Yeah, that's a fine line. So like, I'm glad you brought up nozzles and the droplet sizes. That's so important. Okay. You know, I'm wearing a T-Jet shirt today, which is a tip manufacturer brand, and if you start looking at chemical labels and look at what nozzles you're supposed to use, it makes a huge difference. The droplet sizes and things, and people don't realize you can get two completely different results with two different nozzles with the exact same chemical.
Wow. So
it's something that guys really need to pay attention to is what droplet size, what nozzles they recommend using for this product. I know the electrostatic is a hot topic, and you know, it's something that I think is really cool.
What is that? I'm not familiar with
electrostatic. Electrostatic puts a charge in the water molecule that is supposed to ground it to the plant.
Is it a sticker?
No. It's an electrical charge.
Electrical charge.
So you're going to have electrical charge. It's a system that's hooked onto your sprayer, and we've built a couple. The problem with them is the same with any other sprayer. That the more electrical, the more complicated you put on it.
What is the purpose of that?
So you save chemical.
That's what it is?
Electrostatic's going to save you 20% in chemical a year, but it's atomizing droplets so fine that you're any wind, and it's, you're spraying at night or early in the morning, and the problem is keeping them running. Owner operator can do it. They'll keep it going. They'll take care of it. Normal operator, he's used to using a Chevrolet sprayer.
Yeah.
You put him in a Ferrari.
Yeah.
He's going to destroy it. He's going to destroy that Ferrari in a matter of time.
But that technology's out there?
It's out there. I'm not a big believer in it
in
an uncontrolled environment. I'm a huge believer in it. Indoors.
Do you guys do anything in the indoor markets?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Not much.
Like what?
Just hand sprayers, injection. But, the electrostatic, example of painting a car. They use it for painting cars now. You're in a paint booth. They hook a ground to the car, and so it's grounded, solid.
Like you're going to weld it.
And it sprays it, and it's perfect.
Sticks.
For real?
Sticks to the car like that.
Yeah.
You put it out here.
It's that
Yeah, but that's
property
crazy.
Of the property of the molecules. And
and it's but I see that. I see how that can make sense because it's metal.
Well,
but on a plant,
plants have negative and positive charges.
They do.
Everything does.
That's crazy. Have you seen any of those videos where they put the copper wire?
Yes, and confine things.
No, but it also grows like 40% faster.
Oh yeah,
that's something I would love to do here, man.
Or
stick it in a few palms and a few plants. Yeah, if you guys know anything about that, you want to come on. If you've done it, I would love to, because it supposedly grows it faster.
Yeah,
it's using the electricity charge from the ground.
Yeah. So you take an electrostatic sprayer, and you need to have a ground. So most of the time they drag a chain on the ground to pick your ground up. So I just,
that's crazy, man.
They are 2 to 3 times more money than what my typical boom costs.
Okay. And it's not worth the sales.
I just don't think it's worth it. I think
but it's cool that technology is there.
Cool that it's there.
Because from there it can evolve to something else that can actually work.
Yeah, I don't know how, if it's
the nurseries right now.
Your pump is spraying 300 psi, or people put them on blowers. There's electrostatic on blowers. Well, you're blowing the wind 100 and something miles an hour. That charge cannot. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not doing its job. I don't see how that works.
Yeah.
I think that the atomizing the droplets and making it a fog is what's really saving you your money. And you're trying to get up underneath to get those mites, and I get that. And it would be great if we didn't have wind. But as soon as the wind blows, that's such a fog, it's not going where it needs to go.
You need to build one with a big dome, like a 400-foot dome, that as it's blowing, it stops the wind.
So we do for U.S. sugar. Sugar cane, we build a big arm that's got a big, huge cover, and it's for herbicide, so the herbicide can't drift.
That's cool.
Which will kill everything.
Yeah, so it's a drift curtain. It's really what we call it. A single side boom, drift curtain, and they go down and spray all the ditches and banks, and they don't want that herbicide to drift in the water.
We need what we need you to make is one of those arms, like you said, to spray. But then we can also put those lasers. Have you seen that video of the farmer with a big old John Deere?
Oh, he's
zapping all the weeds.
Zapping the weeds. Yeah,
that's what we need.
That technology's out there. It's like
that technology's there.
I think TJet makes it. It's a weed seeker.
But that's something not for our industry though.
I don't know how. That's tough. Yeah.
I see it as tough today, but I see it as possible.
Yeah,
it could be possible.
It's possible
if you look at what nurseries
if your
pay,
field's laid out the correct way for your equipment, anything's possible.
Yeah, no, because I see, you look at cost savings, and the cost savings is crazy. The biggest thing that we all spend on is labor. And weeds are insane.
Yeah.
In the summer months, and it doesn't matter what you do. Like where we buy our soil, it is super, super good, and they also put it through a conveyor belt that throws hot steam, and it burns basically anything that's in there that could be a weed before it comes out, but you'll still get weeds 3 months later.
Yeah.
And it is what it is, and you got to pay to get all that taken out.
So you have to pull that by hand, or?
You pull that by hand, and then we also use little knives because you can't just rip out a weed that's a little bit thicker.
Yeah.
You got to cut out, the roots and cut it out, because if not, you take out most of the soil.
Yeah.
So it becomes tedious, and like we do a lot of little 1 gallons, and we're not in shade or nothing, but the 1 gallons have, imagine this, hundreds of thousands of little plants.
Yeah.
That you got to sit there and pull all those little weeds because you get an order and you can't send plants with weeds.
Yeah. There's certain things.
There's a lot of opportunity to like continue growing.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there's, technology I don't think can replace humans ever.
Okay.
I hope not.
I feel like
I am a little scared of what's going on.
I feel like tech in our industry can help the human.
I think
that's what I think it can do.
Yeah, it is scary to think about what technology's doing and AI and.
I guess, but they're not gonna come out here, man.
No, you can't.
When we're at the Jetson times, the Jetsons, and we'll have somebody fly and zap our weeds from up top.
Yeah.
Then I'll believe it. But do I think that can happen? I think it can.
Yeah.
But I think we're far away from it.
Yeah, not right now.
Not right now. But just think about the opportunity and like the abundance of opportunity that there is in this industry just to grab a hold of new things that haven't been done before in all categories, guys. We started a podcast.
Yeah.
Which put us in a pioneer position. We didn't go out and build zappers, We're not building arms.
Yeah.
You guys are doing things that are crazy as well. So like there's just so much. Sid, what do you see for the future of the green industry?
Before you go into that,
what?
I have a question.
Okay.
I have a few questions.
All right, go.
You guys sell a lot of product. What is a product or a tool that you guys sell that you believe nurseries should have more of? Like, what's a product that you feel like each nursery should have? That
you see, let's simplify. Let's say you see somebody that they're doing it the wrong way, or let's say you know that this would work for them, but they're not convinced, and you're like, man, I just wish that guy would.
It goes back to the same Yeti theory of why pay the extra money to buy my equipment. That's a good question. It's something that I think about a lot, and I think it's just the quality and the service.
But do you see ones?
Like which product in particular?
Do you see a product
each nursery should
have a little 250-gallon sprayer, a 500?
I mean, I think each nursery has little pull sprayers.
Maybe there's a guy. Talk to the guy that doesn't have one.
Yeah, if he doesn't have one, then he definitely needs to have a
what does that look sprayer. Like? What does that look like?
It could be a 4-wheel cart sprayer. It could be a 2-wheel cart sprayer. 100-foot, 300-foot electric hose, not electric, but just normal manual hose reel spray gun.
Would that come with a gasoline engine?
Come with a gas engine and a diaphragm, hydro pump,
which is way better than going electric. Because a lot of guys do spray right now electric, and a lot of guys use backpack spray.
The backpack is that's a lot.
Yeah,
backpacks break so much. Yeah, you definitely need to have a small little sprayer. I think having the little pull sprayers.
What does something like that cost? Something small, starter package.
Somewhere between $5,000 and $8,000.
Okay, and financed. What do you see normal payments on something like that? A couple hundred?
Yeah, most guys on those they don't finance.
Okay.
They buy them.
But if someone wanted to finance,
a couple
$100.
Yeah, you could do Farm Credit Express. It would probably
a couple $100.
A couple $100 a month.
Yeah. Okay.
And with that, what's another product that you guys sell that you feel doesn't get enough recognition?
I would say our injection equipment. I would say treating water, any bicarbonates in the water, high pH, or trying to feed the plant through the water. We do a lot of, that's how we got started. That's what was our company was known for, was injection equipment. So I simplify that too. There's a lot of systems that are complicated, and they're just, the thing that I've noticed with simplifying equipment and injection and everything is that employees are hard to keep. Employees turn over a lot. They buy this system, we train this guy, and then 6 months later he's gone. So then a new guy comes in, and then they never use the stuff. So my thoughts was just simplify this. Put it in auto, off, or on. One switch, boom. It's already calibrated when we left. It's ready to go. That I think I don't do nowhere near enough in here at all.
Okay.
I don't do enough injection down here for the amount of injection that's done.
That's crazy. I never knew you guys did that.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
And I've known you forever, and I never knew that.
Yeah, and there's all kinds of, there's portable injection. I could put it on a trailer. So if you want to just go around, do blocks and plug into the irrigation, crank it up and shoot it in.
Oh, wow.
So you can do portable trailer
that's
injection.
good for someone that has multiple locations like us.
Multiple locations, and you want to, say, a 525-gallon tank on a trailer with an injection pump. It'll have a meter that you can read. It's a manual.
Okay.
You can put electric, digital if you want, but it's a manual. It's called a CalcuFlow. So it'll have a float that'll float up a tube, and it'll tell you how many gallons per minute you're pumping out.
Oh, that's cool.
So you set up injection ports. You tie into your injection. You have a ball valve and a quick connect, and you just pull up and plug in, quick connect, open the valve, crank your pump and engine up, and inject it in for 6 minutes, shut it off, close the valve, go to the next one.
See that? Wow. That's good, Eddie. Thank you for that question. No, but it's good though, because for me, one of the biggest things I have is I have multiple locations.
Yeah.
So just going to blow different things, like let's say one property, like the two furthest ones, could take an hour and 30 minutes on a tractor to get there.
Yeah, this you pull with a truck.
Yeah, you can pull it with a truck.
You pull it with a truck. It's a trailer you pull down the
No, and those
highway.
systems too, like let's say injection, they're not cheap, and also I would need 10 of them. I have 10 locations. So it makes it almost like, I'll never have that.
Yeah.
Just think about it, because it's a big investment.
Injection, and
A portable injection.
I don't know, $15,000.
Wow.
And
what you save in time and fertilizer
and
is
then like a
another
permanent
level.
injection installed down here is probably $8,000.
$8,000.
So you need 10 of those. That's a lot. Or you buy 1 or 2 trailer injections.
Yeah.
And it all depends on what you're injecting. So that's how much I want to put out. The injections get complicated, with zones. Are your irrigation zones the same size? Does each zone take the same amount of water? If it does, then it's a straight injection. If it doesn't, then it would be a flow-based injection. We'd inject based off your flow.
And you guys come and set all that up?
Install it, set it up,
So we don't have
calibrate
to
it.
be scientists.
Nope.
We just got to have the money.
Yep.
And Zid.
Money, and then you
And Sid. Yeah.
and you contact the chemical company. We don't sell chemicals, but we go hand in hand with them.
No, definitely.
They need us, and I need them.
Collaboration.
And
Yeah.
last question I have.
Last question.
Do you guys feel like you guys will be starting to move towards more electric units or tools that, because a lot of things are going more electric. Do you guys feel like you guys will be implementing more electric items in the future?
No, not really.
No?
Not as far as power goes, not as far as our engines. I do electric motors for mix systems. So another hot topic for us is guys are wanting to mix their own blends. So they don't want to call Joe Blow and say, hey, send me a 10-10-10 whatever fertilizer blend.
Oh, they want to buy the raw
They want to
ingredients
buy
and
the
do it
raw
themselves.
material, and they're starting to mix their own product.
Wow,
And
these are
so-
big guys.
Yeah, big, small.
Yeah?
A lot of golf courses doing it now.
So the actual golf course will just buy some tons and
They will buy
few
the
trucks of
sulfur.
each.
They'll buy everything they need in powdered bags, and we sell an inductor bowl, big 35-gallon inductor bowl. It's hooked to a 5-horsepower electric motor and a 2-inch banjo, like trash pump.
Okay.
So it's like a pool pump.
Okay.
You've got the pool, which is where you're going to fill up half with water, and then you've got your inductor. So you're going to put your chemical in there. You're going to suck out of the pool. You're going to go through the inductor, and you're going to go right back into the pool, right back into the tank.
Okay.
And so it's just a loop. It's just
It
mixing
cycles,
it. All it does is mix it.
This is liquid fertilizer.
What water treatment, liquid fertilizer, whatever you want to inject into the irrigation. So I don't think it saves you any money in chemicals. I just think the guys know exactly what they're getting, and they can do it whenever they want. Hey, I need a sprayer. You call me. Well, it's 8-week lead time. what that's a lot of things that hurt us is our lead times, because we're custom. Everything's built to order. Nothing is on the yard like a car dealership ready to go. Whereas these other competitions have these built and they're storing them, so they'll call and buy it. You know, so they're mass producing them. Whereas we build to order. Because not, you know, I mean, yes, some are the same, but a lot of people want different. Everybody has their own opinion and thoughts on how they want their sprayers set up.
Just like shade houses, same thing.
We've tried to build sprayers and keep them on our yard, but they sit there and they get a little weathered and they don't look as brand new. And we get beat up on price. And so we just, you know, when it shows up, I want it to look nice, brand new. You be happy.
And custom per customer.
Yeah, per customer. So,
one thing I saw when we went to Florida Coast about those tractors, we saw that you guys made a sprayer setup for the bed of one of their Kubota side-by-sides.
Oh yeah, back at the bed, ATV setup.
Yeah, and I said, oh man, this is nice, because you're working. You guys are working with these big brands already supplying something for them. Custom.
Yep, ATV beds, aquatic. So Florida has, you know, millions of lakes. So aquatic business is huge.
Wow.
Yeah, the aquatic is a big business, and so they're in little boats and airboats and
spraying.
So we build little aluminum spray skids that go in there. That's got a lake fill that dumps in the lake. It sucks it into the tank. So he's got water all the time. He mixes right on the boat. Yeah. So, but back to your question, yeah, electric motors. I mean, we use them, but I don't foresee, you know, a portable blower electric
just driving itself.
I don't know. Not yet. I mean,
look, if you look at Burrow, like that company Burrow, imagine someone like that they have that's supposed to last multiple days.
Yeah,
on charge.
Yeah, I you know, that would be interesting. Yeah. But
at the moment, you guys are sticking.
At the moment, I think we're sticking to the tried and true. It's working. People are happy. You know, it's not broke. I'm not fixing it yet.
Yeah, I love the combustion engine, and I just love that, just the science behind it. But then I also really like electric too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, if you could lease it, I think, you know, it's like somebody asked me, would you buy an electric car? Never. I'd lease one.
Yeah.
I'd never buy it. Yeah. You know, because in 4 years there's going to be a better battery, longer battery.
Oh, 100%. Everything changes.
New technology, new
everything. Yeah,
so I don't know. I think electric's going in a good direction, but I also think, you know, hydrogen cars might be
I think so too.
Hydrogen could be something that would be pretty cool.
And a hybrid system.
Yeah.
And what I like about it is you're young.
Yeah.
You guys are young.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm 41, so I've still got a lot of good years left.
A lot of good years. And a lot of innovation, a lot of things you're going to be able to be a part of. What do you see for the future of, let's say, what we call the green industry?
Yeah, I think it's a little scary. I think the value of land, you know, Florida's so popular, and the land value is just skyrocketing. And you know, you look at a generation that might be a second generation farmer, it might be say, you know what, let's check out. You know, and I don't blame them. You know, you can't blame them.
Yeah. No, you can't blame them at all.
Can't blame
them
at all.
You got to make the best opportunity for you.
Yeah, so that, you know, but this ground down here, man, you guys can grow so many plants, and the market's just the demand is huge. It's huge. Yeah. So
nobody's going to give that up.
I don't think it's going anywhere.
People that cash out, I feel that they'll give that up. I also feel like, let's say someone passes away, and now you get this hot potato, and you're like, no, I'm not going to deal with this.
Yeah.
And then you sell it off.
You get rid of it, don't want to deal with it.
But I do see a lot of opportunity. Like, we've had people that are staples. They grow specific items that they have left. So by them leaving it, there's a huge gap in, let's say, our niche, which is landscape product. But there's opportunity for other guys to pick it up. And we have seen other guys start doing 10 acres of that. Where it's like, okay, perfect. Now we can go over there and get it if we need it. Yeah. So I feel like we're very innovative. But I do agree with you, though. Yeah. Land value is so out of hand down here that it is very hard. I've spoken with people that are already buying land in Fort Lauderdale. They're buying land.
They're moving north.
They're moving north. Yeah. They're moving north because it's just cheaper to be out there, cheaper to rent.
Yeah.
And you can even be more secluded than out here, because out here, you know, there's thousands of nurseries. You show up here and you're in the motherland.
You're going north. Yeah, I live in Vero Beach and Fort Pierce area, and Fort Pierce is getting more and more.
You can grow some of the stuff you got here. There might be some provisions you got to take, like on cold nights and stuff like that. But for the most part, you can make it happen. And land value is cheap here. Like one guy that I know, he sold 5 acres here, and he picked up 40 acres in Zolfo Springs, in Zolfo.
Yeah.
So it's 3 hours away, but he traded 5 for 40.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Smart.
He's smart. So he's gonna do tree farm. He's gonna do nursery. He's gonna be a broker.
Yeah.
And he's gonna come down here, buy what he needs. That's what he's gonna do.
Smart.
You know, and he's gonna create opportunities. He's gonna do something new and something he's never done before.
Yeah.
So kudos to all of you guys doing that. Do you have anything else you would like to say? You're talking to the industry. No pressure.
To the industry, no pressure.
To all the people you see walking those beautiful shows.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
Just support the hardworking men and women out here.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I think it takes a team effort. You know,
definitely does.
I tell people all the time, once you buy from me, we're married.
Yeah.
I'm married to that equipment.
Yeah, basically. You have to come through.
And
man.
I don't want to sell you something that you're not going to use.
Yeah.
So I turn people down all the time. No, I'm not selling you that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, tell them no.
They don't need it. Yeah.
And that's not what you need. So that's kind of my sales motto always. Is I'm a little too honest sometimes.
Oh, but that's good, man.
But yeah, people.
It might hurt the sale for you, but you're building a loyal relationship. That for me is worth a lot more.
That
man.
is, yeah. It goes back to the why.
Forget the sell.
Yeah. Why do you do it?
Yeah. Have a relationship.
Yep.
Thank you, Sid. Man.
Yeah. Thank you,
man,
guys.
for the time, man. Driving down here.
Guys.
If you have any questions for Mr. Sid, all you have to do is reach out. The description's down below. You can also go to chemicalcontainers.com. Is that the website?
Yep.
Awesome. Chemicalcontainers.com. You can check him out. You can call, ask for Mr. Sid. Or you can even reach out to us. We'll give you his contact. But anything you need, chemical container-wise, these are the guys. We've been using them tried and true for my whole entire life, my whole career. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for what you do. Thank you for the opportunity. We love you guys. And as always, God bless.
Time for the blueprint. Mindset, elevate, thrive, and demonstrate, planting a movement. Sow the seeds, educate the flourish, building up the team. Our network with purpose. Industry is green, won't scratch the surface. No, this call is deep. Nobody gon' outwork us. Yeah, we chasing greatness, trying to give the code. Moving up with patience, foundation stone. Doing what it takes, we're here to break the mold. This for anyone who wanna level up. Let's grow.